Hello. Oh, hey, Godfather. What's up? Yeah. Oh, people are pretty triggered by the thumbnail. You think I should change it? Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. No, we'll get some emails. There'll be some Karens. There'll be some snowflakes. It'll be okay. Yeah. No, I'm about to leave right now. I'm about to head to the tower. All right, man. No, it's going to be okay. Trust me. Everybody's going to be very understanding. I think this year has shown that we can really come together and we can all just put our, beliefs aside and not. I know. All right, man. All right. See you later. Nerd Avengers! What's up? Good morning. Top of the morning to you. I will be at the tower soon and we will get it started. Now look, I know there's already some tension. I know some people are already mad. I couldn't believe that George had said that either. But I read it in someone else's tweet where they were talking about a headline. So it's got to be true. Don't worry, we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about that. I still like Ahsoka as a character. We're going to get into that. And then also there's plenty of Mandalorian Season 2 stuff to talk about. It's going to get juicy. I'm coming in hot. I'll see y'all in just a second. What a beautiful day. What a beautiful day. Glad to be here with y'all. Yesterday was cool, man. Had Bert the Nerd on the show. Was on Fatal J's channel. Did a stream and then had Nerd Theory at night. A lot of just talking to nerds about nerdy things. It was actually pretty incredible. This one's going to be a little awkward. It's going to, look, George is a very interesting character, but a bold choice. A bold choice. Ahsoka is Trump. Damn. Okay. What? We'll talk about it. Let's get into it. In fact, there's no time to waste. Meet me at the studio. I'll be right there. Good morning, all you beautiful folk. Hope you guys are having a good morning. Hope you had a good day yesterday. Hope the week is off to a good start for you. Before we get into any of this content, I just want to say what's up. I want to say hello to all the beautiful people in the chat. I think Trev was first in. Tim's in here. Chris is in here. Renee's in the building. Will Bonin. Josh I's here. Coachella Coastal. Jareth's here. Ben Edwards. Lord Vito. 2nd Street Marvel. Yinzer. Jim Callum. RF Gaming Channel. I see Patricia. I see RG. I see Mark Hamilton, JT, John Harris, Chris, Wu-Tang, Wells, Kendall's in the building, Ghost Space Records is here, Ryan is here, Cole Adams, Jacob's Quest, so many beautiful and amazing nerds. Man, it's good to be here. Look, I want to say a couple things. I'm going to say a lot of things. It's my stream. But listen, you guys were so dope yesterday. You know, we went on Fatal J's channel. Pause the goddamn music! Chet, you've got to just know. when I'm like going into a zone, when I'm trying to get like emotional, when I'm trying to like speak to the people, just cut the music, man. Okay. You guys were so incredible yesterday. I want to give big ups to you. You know, I thought the conversation with Burke the Nerd was great. You know what I mean? I thought it was great. I thought you guys showed up. Man, it's so cool seeing the Nerd Vengers show up. Fatal J's channel, people popping into the chat. A lot of super chats. Nerd Vengers represent. Y'all showed up. And it made me very happy. And then on Nerd Theory's theory last night, great time, great talking. You guys showed up. It was awesome. The love from this community. This community is very, very strong. And this community is incredible. So I just wanted to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for doing that. Now, of course, if you didn't know, I designed this morning's thumbnail. Full transparency here. Full transparency. I designed this morning's thumbnail to trigger a bunch of Karens. Okay? But as opposed to most people out there that just want to trigger people, I want to trigger you because I want you to listen the fuck up! Pull up a chair! So we're going to talk about this. I touched on it briefly. Oh, wait, before we do all this, show notes. You're right. Chet, you're right. And what are we going to do? Nice. Good job. Show notes! Show notes. Show notes. Most pertinent and important thing that Lavis will kill me if I don't bring up to y'all is that tomorrow for After Dark, we're going to do a bunch of Halloween themed shit for the next couple of days, basically. Okay? So one of those things is on After Dark. If y'all want to send a picture of yourself in your Halloween costume, I believe Al and Lavis are going to be reviewing people's costumes. I'll make something in the Discord, or you can send it to us on social media, send it to us on the email or whatever. Send in pictures of yourself in your Halloween costume for tomorrow night for After Dark. They're going to be reviewing costumes, okay? And then on Friday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're doing a community stream. All of you people that are super butthurt right now that want to freak out on me about the thumbnail, come by Friday night. Get on the stream with us. Hash it out. Talk about your feelings. But here's the thing. There's a catch. You must be in Halloween costume. We're doing a community stream Friday night, and it's Halloween themed. If you don't have a costume on, you don't get to come on to the stream. And that's pretty much it. We've got our regular streams this weekend. I'm going to be streaming some gaming in my Halloween costume with Theory on Halloween. Look for that updated social media style. Okay, I think we're good. Let's get into this. Now, how many of you guys watched Nerd Theory last night and you saw me talk about the George Lucas thing? How many of you guys saw that? I want to start here and then we'll get in. We're going to start political, going into the politics stuff. And then we're going to get into just Mando stuff, because Mando's coming. It's fucking dope. Like, you know what I mean? We're all really excited for that. So that's going to be really, really cool. But how many of you guys saw Nerd Theory last night where I was attempting to make this point, to make the point about the politics in Star Wars? Okay, a lot of people. Cool. So here's the thing. I don't know if I did the best job yesterday of explaining it. And explaining my stance and explaining where I'm at with all this and why I'm so frustrated with the current political landscape and what we do to each other based on these predispositions. So the point is, and I will TLDR it for you, but then what I really want to do is perhaps get some questions from you guys, bounce off of you guys, get into more of an actual conversation about this. And if you have some questions, if you have some things that are on your mind, because I saw some people in the comments of Theory's video that had some decent, criticisms or questions. And it's so much better. It's so much more healthy to interact and to try to explain through conversation rather than try to argue for a debate style. And that's really where I want to start. Because in not just in today's culture, but I think it's probably been around for a long, long time. People want to win a debate. They don't necessarily want to actually tackle ideas. Okay, and so have you ever heard? I've used this word quite a bit, but have you ever heard me say pedantic? The word pedantic or semantic. Have you heard me use these words? The root of these words, and a lot of like debaters out there, right? Which, by the way, this is stuff when I eventually launch the Thought Sauce channel and we get into more like, you know, spiritual, political, stuff. I will get into this much, much more. But a lot of the people you see right now on the online that are influencers in the political space, they are mostly partisan hacks, and that is because that's what the algorithm rewards, right? So it's really not necessarily their fault, but they're partisan hacks, and they will argue ideas from a semantic perspective, because you can win a semantic argument that doesn't substantively deal with the actual subject at all. Meaning, if I tell you that Star Wars is not political, okay? You could argue semantically that is not true. Okay? Is everybody following me? Does everybody get where? Let's just pause for a sec. I'm going to sip on my coffee. I want to let y'all know. I want to be like, yo, Josh, you're on the very distant Mario cloud. Please come back to us and explain in English what you're talking about. Or are we still okay? Have I set the table properly? Are you ready to eat? You let me know. I'm going to sip this coffee for a second. I love these little mugs. I don't know why. Let's chill for a second, ladies and gentlemen. Chill out. Do yourself a favor. Chill out. And also, I need more likes on this video. Immediately. Are we blind? Deploy the likes. Is everybody following so far? Josh, I need definitions of those big words. 100%. I will try to... I will break it down. I will break it down for you. Yeah. I don't really get what you're trying to point out, really, but wait, what? I get you, but okay, all right. I think we're making more of this than there is. Totally fair. The prequels were political at, what? Democracy versus imperialism. Finally. Josh, did you hear about Jeremy Conrad? Yes, I have heard about Jeremy Conrad. I'm not going to comment on Jeremy in this stream. I have reached out to Jeremy. I've talked with Jeremy briefly. I want to get the full... I haven't seen everything. I need to get the full picture of what's going on, so I'm not really going to comment on it other than that. Okay, so it looks like people kind of get where I'm coming from. Here's the point. You could say that Star Wars is political and then make a semantic argument as to why you are correct. The truth is, I'm really not interested in debating or trying to win this argument. What is more important to me is bringing up the perspective, the what I consider to be the actual perspective of a person like George and the actual function of something like mythic storytelling, which is what George sought out to do. Okay? And so the example, and what I talked about yesterday on the stream was, there's a lot of people that want to hold up this thing that George had said, that George Bush was like Vader and Cheney was the emperor. How many of you guys have heard that before, though? I'm just curious. How many of you have heard that before? That somebody, like maybe in casual conversation, maybe on a Reddit thread, maybe on Twitter, whatever, where they will say to you, oh, well, yeah, Star Wars is political. George said the prequels were based on the Bush administration. How many of you guys have heard that? Get that MAGA hat off Ahsoka. No, Jordan, and you can stay mad, my friend. Stay mad. I revel in your salt. Ever since the prequels. Just yesterday on the stream. Oh, okay. Never. I didn't. There was a lot of that stuff. Cool. Okay. So I've heard that a lot. You know what I mean? I've heard it a lot. A lot of people bring it up. It's look, again, it's one of these situations where, you know, you get told that, and you know, just to kind of throw a bone to everybody, like, not everything has to be this journey for truth where you must decipher everything and get to the root of it. But I think that because it triggered me so much, and because here's the thing, like, I've read Sam Keane, like, I've read Joseph Campbell, like, I really understand mythic storytelling from the perspective of the writers and of the shaman, right? So it triggers me when I see people in 2020 take statements plainly out of context, like completely out of context. The context of when George said that had to do with a different person, a lady who wrote a book in which she said George Bush was the emperor and Dick Cheney was Darth Vader, okay? And then she ran into George and she asked George about it, and he corrected her, saying, actually, Cheney would be the emperor and Bush would be Darth Vader. And then people took him correcting her and used it as a statement. Like the tweet I'm talking about specifically, put that shit in quotes, son. And then tried to sell it to people as this counterpoint to the anti-political desires of some Star Wars fans. And so it really frustrates me. But here's the thing. Having said all of that, again, going back to the pedantic semantic argument, sure, you could say Star Wars was always political. You could technically say everything's political. Have you ever heard that? People are like, everything's political. Everything's political. Have you ever heard people say that? And they frame the world that way? You heard people say this? In some pedantic semantic way, sure, I'll give them that. Everything's political. Sure. Fine. Don't care. The point is, with George and with what he was trying to do with his stories, and I think this is so important. I really want to try to make this point. I really want to try to nail this home for y'all. Joseph Campbell wrote a book called The Hero with a Thousand Faces. And one of the concepts in The Hero of a Thousand Faces is that he was interested, Campbell, in the fact that different religions and cultures and societies throughout the history of humanity, recorded history of humanity, there are examples of the same stories, and for the purposes of the book, it's really all about the same hero, but really it's stories, okay? So the same stories manifest and show up in different cultures and societies all around the world, many of whom had zero communication outside of their own geographic location. So what I am saying to you, and what Campbell was fascinated by, what Sam Keane was fascinated by, what George Lucas was fascinated by, was the fact that these different cultures had the same stories. And I'm talking like the same fucking numbers, right? What is 7 and 12? Like what? The same concepts. Virgin birth, twins, patricide. You know what I mean? Like, what? Like, all of these themes keep showing up in different stories throughout the history of humanity. So I ask you, person that would put forward that George directly created Darth Vader and the Emperor because of the Bush administration, I ask you, 1,000 years ago, was that the same thing? Did they know about Cheney and Bush 1,000 years ago? Of course not. But the point is, human beings And the human experience is something that when you investigate and then you try to teach about in the mythic sense, you're going to run in to a lot of the same things, a lot of the same characters, a lot of the same numbers, a lot of the same conflicts, a lot of the same resolutions. That is the hero's journey. That's what the monomyth is. Why did Campbell call it the monomyth? Because it's the same fucking myth in all of these different societies and cultures. Let me explain something to you. I'm not trying to get political here, but George Bush and Dick Cheney ain't shit. They ain't shit. So, like, it's just crazy to me that we've gotten to this place, this very reductive place, where, you know, we basically, this is what it is. It's this thing that I truly believe this is at the root of a lot of the problems with Star Wars and the Star Wars fandom. There is a disrespect and an unknowing of what mythic storytelling is, the juice, the magic, the shit that got us here. And then there's a postmodern deconstruction that they want to do with Star Wars moving forward. And like water and oil, these things do not mix. And so I just get frustrated because of how an out of context quote is weaponized in this battle that doesn't need to be happening. This battle does not need to be happening. Do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't need to happen. So I hope that's a better explanation. And I am now open to questions. If you have some questions, please put them into the chat. I'd love to get into it. I'll get into it. I'll talk about it. Because that's what it's about. I want to have a conversation with you. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, and I know this might be crazy, but we actually don't do political shit here. So, like, you know, like, it's all good. Like, people, whatever. How much real life politics, dude. Ghost Records, I get you, but also just let it go, dude. Like, this is you're really gonna let some rando motherfuckers coming in to an internet chat typing words. You're really gonna let that trigger you? Like, come on, man. Like, really? That's enough, right? You see, and I don't want to go too hard on this, but, like, there is a lesson in triggering. The Zen philosophy on triggering is like someone like Jacob's Quest, right? Or CGM Show, right? These are people that trigger me. But they're also my greatest teachers. My greatest teachers, my senseis. Because they show me that I have not perfected my being. Okay? Like, when someone triggers you, when a thing triggers you, it is a signal. It is a lesson. And it's like, oh, I hate all these politics that are in the chat. Rah, 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 rah. Let it go. Let it go. Anyway. I just got here. So Ahsoka is Trump? Yes. It's about the universalities of human experience. The MA thesis was on canon and graphic design, and the same patterns emerge in literary storytelling canon, which is what Campbell is known for. Yeah. Hey, look. It is what it is. This is the best political discussion I've heard in a long time. And what's funny is it's not even political. This isn't political. In my opinion, again, you can make that. This is that pedantic thing, right? Is it technically political? Did I talk about things that you could say are political? Sure. But to me, it's like, no, this ain't political. Do you think that George did, on some level, insert his own left-leaning ideals? So, okay, great question. But personally, for me, I would reject the labeling of his ideals as left-leaning. Again, like, that is a pedantic semantic kind of game. George is talking about morality. George is talking about ethics, which, by the way, shouldn't fucking be political. It shouldn't be political. But to throw a dog a bone, yeah, for sure. I mean, he is anti-war, okay? But he also made a fucking universe called Star Wars, okay? And if you don't think, I mean, George is a high-level thinking motherfucker. You don't think that guy understands the duality of man? You don't think the avant-garde filmmaker that made THX, that rejected corporate oversight, that then became one of the biggest corporations on the planet, you don't think that guy understands irony, understands the dark side, understands the duality of human nature? And we want to reduce this man down to, I bet he's left-leaning. Fuck out of here with that. That is so... It's very reductive. It's very reductive. Triggering people can be kind of fun, to be honest, says CGM Show. Well, you know what? That's the other thing. The Zen masters, they love triggering each other. They would hide behind doors and slap the other masters or students in the face with like a big fucking fish. And if the Zen master that got hit in the face got super triggered and pissed, he would eventually laugh about it, because it shows you that side of existence where you're like, oh, fuck, like I really did just get mad about this. And in the grand scheme, it is meaningless, you see. Why does it even matter? Like, I'm pretty left-leaning, but I could give 2 Fs if George is leaned to the right a little bit. Yeah, no, I agree. That shouldn't be the thing that matters. I agree. Do you think he just diegetically put these ideas into his story? Yeah, of course. Of course. That's it, right? That's it. You know, I asked Dave, this is going to blow your mind. I asked Filoni, when I met Filoni for the first time, I asked him specifically, one of the biggest curiosities I had was like, George, like, I get George. And George is like, you know, he's like this hippie kid, man. He had all this crazy shit going on in his head. You know, he really loved anthropology and sociology. It's like, I get that. And then he, you know, sort of creates Star Wars based on all this shit that's in his head, right? So when I met Dave, I said, Dave, do you read Sam Keane? I said, Dave, have you read Joseph Campbell? And what he said was pretty interesting. He said, no. And at first, I was like, fucking what? But the way he expanded on it, and he said, you know, the truth is, George told me that you don't need to know this stuff or understand it or study it. You just need to serve the story. And what you will find is that by serving the story, these things will naturally manifest. Meaning you don't have to try to put the hero's journey into a story if you are serving the story. It will just happen. You know what I mean? So it's pretty interesting. If these mythic themes that Lucas hits on are universal and may be reflected in politics, then it seems to me Star Wars is political, regardless of his intentions. I think that's a completely fair take, Ryan. Again, I would argue that is a pedantic, semantic argument, but I wouldn't necessarily disagree with you. It is not important for me to win the argument that Star Wars is not political. What is important to me is that people understand the perspective of actual educated folk that have an issue with the weaponization of Star Wars being political. Does that make sense? Because I don't care. Like, you can have it. I don't care about winning. Does that make sense? Yo, it's all good, Tim. Can we get a fish slap emoji now? Hey, maybe, man. That'd be kind of fun, huh? That'd be kind of fun. All right, we can move on, I think. Can we move on? Is the class okay to move on? Can we move on and just geek out about Mandalorian? You know, we got it out of our system, mostly just me. And now we can just talk about Star Wars. Is that okay? Can we move on? Please, God. Dorian Trussell, the $20 super chat. Hey, man, I really appreciate the support. Which is better at world building and lore building in the fan base, Tolkien or George? Ah, man, hard one for me to answer. I think they're both incredible, obviously, right? I think anybody would say that. Who's better at lore building in the fan base? I don't know. Dude, that is such a hard one. Dorian, you've really stumped me, man. You have really stumped me. I have a lot of respect for both of these guys. I really do. So, different kind of folk, different things going on there. So, I don't know. What's the chat think? What do y'all think? You know what I mean? Like, what do y'all think? I see some Tolkien. I see some George. Tolkien. Damn. Okay. Yeah. Look, Tolkien was a genius. Absolutely. And the story of Tolkien, if you haven't seen, there's a great documentary about him. And there's also a biopic with the dude that played Beast. It's really interesting. Tolkien, very religious, very Christian guy. And just really interesting the way he looked at, he went to war. And war really changed him. And so it was really interesting to learn all about that and see how it manifested in his storytelling. But Dorian, thank you, man. I appreciate the love. Thank you. Okay. Let me get something set up because I actually wanted to talk about Ahsoka beyond her being a Trump supporter. Because there's some cool stuff going on. Let me see if I can pull up. Where is it at, though? Oh, yeah. Here we go. Oh, what? Really? Okay, sorry. Give me 2 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. I just got to get this over into Chrome. Get it into Chrome. Hey, somebody already submitted Halloween costumes. Nice. That's cool. Okay. Un momento, mi amigos. Hey, there we go. All right, come on into the theater. Hop on in. Also, for the record, I thought it was perfect to wear a cardigan on the episode that I went deep on politics and whatnot. If you don't get that, you're not alone, probably. All right, so check this out. What are we looking at here, huh? What is all this, huh? This, ladies and gentlemen, in my opinion, is the first look at live-action Ahsoka Tano. What, you say? But how? But why? But who? But I don't get it. So, this is officially licensed. This is officially licensed concept art. Now, y'all remember, well, I think most of you should, the concept art for The Mandalorian. They use it in the intros. They use it in the outros, right? We got all that dope concept art, right? I don't know if this is the same guy, but it's the same vibe and feel, okay? And when I say that this is our first look at live action Ahsoka, what I mean is The big question on, I think, on a lot of people's minds is, what's she going to look like? Because we have this image of her from Clone Wars and then Rebels. Her Rebel and Clone War look is not that different to me. You know what I mean? It feels very similar. But essentially, we have this image of her, and then we have the voice to go along with that, right? Ashley's voice and that look. Okay? And I think many fans are wondering, what's this bitch going to look like in live action? And I think there's some trepidation there, and I understand it, because it's like, hey, man, I have this image of this character. You know, this character came from this, that. I don't want the live action version to be so different and foreign that I can't connect to the character, right? I think that's a thing. And so I think if you look at this was made around the time of the Clone Wars season 7. But again, it feels very similar to the artwork we got in Mando season 1 when you're trying to take it into live action. And I literally believe that what we are looking at here is an artist rendition and interpretation of Rosario as Ahsoka in live action. I mean, does this really look like a one-for-one representation of the Ahsoka that we have in the Clone Wars? What do you think? What do you think? I mean, especially up here, right? When you look at without the color. I mean, especially up here. Does that look like the Ahsoka that you know from Clone Wars? Man, I don't know. Doesn't look like it to me. Let's see. Let's check something out here. Let's see this. I want to see something here. Moff Gideon concept art. All right, here's the guy. Let's get this pulled up. What? Okay. What? Okay. Check this out. This is what I'm talking about. Okay. This does not look like, and obvious. This is not Giancarlo Esposito. It doesn't look like him. If you look at the actual shot of this in the show, you're going to see this face becomes Giancarlo Esposito. And so there's a transition. There's a, like imagine, like, if we were doing Ahsoka, right? It'd be, is the class still with me? You know, I just like to make sure. Is everybody still okay? Does everybody still understand what we're talking about here? Everybody understand? Were we good? Okay, cool. Thank you, Nikki. Okay, so if this was the Ahsoka thing, right? You'd have as a transition, you'd have Clone Wars Ahsoka over here. Then you'd have the concept art version over here. And then over here, you'd have the actual live action photographic version. Okay? And I believe that a lot of the concept art, because you got to remember, it sounds so fucking condescending when I say that. You got to remember. I personally remember that when they did the concept art first, when all the actors came on, they got to look at this concept art. You know, and it informed them for the character, right? It informed them, which is beautiful. But what I'm getting at here is that this is the in between. If Gideon had been presented in animation first, this is the in between and the indicator for what the live action version will look like. Okay? And so again, going back, we have, over here, and in fact, let me see, maybe I can No, we don't have to do that. But we can actually, you know what? Maybe we should. Maybe we should. Let me give me 1 second here. I want to pull up a picture of a. Oh, this is gonna be challenging to do for y'all. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Even that, you know, I think her at the end of Rebels, I even think that's like a step there. But you know, we've got this, okay, and then we go to this, okay, a little bit more gridded. Looks, I mean, it literally looks like Rosario's bone structure a little bit to me. You know what I mean? And kind of what I think they'll do with the makeup and the prosthetics and stuff, right? And so, look, we don't know for sure, but I wanted to bring it up because I think it's fucking cool. And I also think this is very likely the first look we have at live action Ahsoka, which is pretty damn cool. Yeah, facial features definitely more realistic. Yeah. Well, Ashley, do the voiceover for Ahsoka. The word is no. The word is no. Smaller eyes. That's interesting. Yo, I'm going to fill up my coffee. Everybody hold tight. I'll be right back. What is he smoking today? I'm sober as a bird. I'm sober as a bird right now, my guy. Trust me, when you're as crazy as I am, you don't need to smoke. But, you know, smoking's fun too. Are you in theory playing Battlefront 2? I got to double check with the man. I don't know what we're playing on Saturday. We're playing something. Let's break it into Q&A, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go into Q&A. I'm sure there's a lot of shit on everybody's mind. All right. Let's do Q&A. We'll do like 15, 20 minutes, and then we outie. What's on your mind? What are you thinking? Come on. Don't be shy. Let me know. Please compare that Gideon image with the... Oh, shit. Hang on. Please compare that Gideon image with the black line art of Tar Vizsla from Clone Wars. Dope. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get her done. Wait, what is this image? I've never seen that shit before. Is that like a statue or some shit? Okay, I think... So what you're saying, Famous, is you want to compare... I'm a little confused. What are we trying to compare here? Why do I... Oh, Jesus Christ. Sometimes I hate the internet. Okay, I think I know what you're saying. I'm trying to find the exact image here. Okay. I think I get what you're saying. Let's go back into the theater for just a second. I don't know if anything will come of this, but I do find it kind of interesting. Here we go. Here we go. So you're talking about, and I'll double check you, but you're talking about like this shit, right? Like the Tar Vizsla stuff. And you're saying that this looks like the Gideon image? Is that what you're saying? I mean, the cape's there. Is that what you're saying, dude? Feels pretty loose. Feels like that's pretty loose, but maybe I'm missing your point. Let me see. Let me see if I can check it out in chat. Yeah. It's a cool idea, man. It's a cool thought. I just don't know. I don't know if I see it. But that's cool. It's all love. All right, let's get back to the chatting section here. What is this image over here? Like, what is that? What is on my shit here? Huh? I don't know what's going on here. Huh. What is that image? Are you guys seeing that image pop up on over in front of the YouTube chat? This? What the hell? What is that? Streamlabs never fails to amaze me. Okay, there we go. Cool. Streamlabs never fails to amaze me. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh, super chat. Dorian, thank you again, my friend. Could Savage Opress be resurrected? Sure. Sure. I like Savage. He's cool. Yeah, sure. God damn it, Chet. Indeed. If we see Sabine in Mando, what do you want her role to be? And what do you want her to do? I mean, Sabine's a badass, man. I want her to be a badass. But I think she'll probably be just observing. You know what I mean? She might. It really depends. Like, we don't really know what's going on with the timeline. And it's one of the things that I'm most interested to find out about. But maybe she's in the service of Bo-Katan at this point, right? And so maybe she's there. She's watching, or she's trying to figure out what's going on with the Mandalorians, you know, due to Bo-Katan or something. That'd be kind of cool. Over under 1.5. This is the way. What? I don't understand. Yeah. They will say that. Yes. Is Sasha Banks Sabine? I do believe so. Yes. I do believe so. Yeah. Yeah. They didn't get Sasha Banks to stand around. I think that's totally fair. She gonna be doing some ass kicking. Hopefully. Sorry to be pessimistic, but I think Ahsoka is going to be very underwhelming. Hey, could be. Could be. I seriously hope not. I, of course, would hope that it would be dope. Josh, do you think there's a chance we'll get Cal in The Mandalorian? There's always a chance, and I love that character. And I'm fascinated to see. I think that dude needs to link up. I think Jason Sandula could be that dude's apprentice. You know what I mean? That'd be real cool. Will Mando Season 2 be better than The Boys Season 2? I sure hope so. I sure hope so. Recording Play says, why is Ahsoka Trump? You're going to have to go back and watch the beginning of the video. You have walked into a movie in the third act. So go back. What do you think of the concept? What do you think the concept art could be? A flashback, maybe? So that concept art is for a scene that was animated in Clone Wars. So that's what it was for. You know what I mean? The infamous Iron Mang. Josh, how's life going? Let me tell you something, Iron Mang. Let me take a sip of my coffee before I answer this. Life is good. Life's good over here. Real good. Crazy good. Almost unbelievably good. So good, you got to take a step back. But you know what? Honestly, it reminds me of one of my favorite Warren Buffett quotes. It's never as good as you think it is, but it's also never as bad as you think it is. You got to stay balanced. You know, it's cool to get hyped, and it's cool to be like, oh shit, like this shit's happening, this is so hype. And I think one of the things we don't do enough in our culture is reward ourselves, right? We're always looking for like all this external bullshit. We don't reward ourselves enough when we do good shit. So like I look at myself in the mirror every day and I'm like, good job. But also, got to keep it even keel, man. You know what I mean? Like you can't fall in love with the win of a day or the win of a week. You want to win a life. You know what I mean? You want to win. Yeah. So treat yourself 2020. Indeed. I think it's good. Are Ezra, Jason, and Cal the only Jedi that we know of that are around in the current time? I need those three on screen together. Maddie, that would be great. That would be incredible. I don't know if they're the only ones, but they certainly are individuals that are out there with it, yeah. If we don't get lightsaber/darksaber fight in Mando Season 2, we riot. I agree. Ghost Space. I agree. Stay balanced and kids get off my lawn. Mm-hmm. So are we canceling Ahsoka or what? That's up to you guys. I don't really get into that. I don't really do the canceling thing. I think it's pretty much bullshit. I'm going to love Ahsoka no matter who she pulls the lever for on November 3rd. You know what I mean? Ahsoka lightsabers versus Gideon and Darksaber. Yeah, that'd be dope, dude. Be dope. Was that Mon Cala in the trailer? I do believe. Yeah, I do believe. Mm-hmm. I think Cal Kestis would make more sense to pull into Mando than anybody. Yeah. The timing would definitely. Mr. Anderson. The timing would look good. Josh, have you seen the new Black Series Scout Trooper with the speeder and the child? Yo, I've considered buying it, but it's $50. I have not seen it, but that is fucking dope. Did I miss a super chat? Apologies if I did. Oh, Darth Clean. How dare I? I'm so sorry. I heard episode 1 is 52 minutes. You know about that? Yes. And we talked about it on Nerd Theory last night. I'm giddy as a schoolgirl, to be honest. That's so awesome. And I was one of the people, and you can ask Star Wars Santa, you can ask Trev, you can ask some of the people that have been with us for a long time. I was one of the people that was legit upset about the length of the episodes in season 1, and I didn't let it go. And everybody got mad at me for continuing to bring it up. Russell, baby, hey, baby, Russell. Come on, man. You know you're one of my day ones. But also, I appreciate you helping Ryan out with his show and with the logos and all that. Don't think I'm not plugged in. I know what's going on, and I appreciate you. So chill out. Hey, baby. Yo, who was that poker player? Y'all remember there was an Asian poker player, coolest cat, and he would call everybody baby, and he just had this fucking swag. Like, man, who was that guy? I love that guy. Josh, did you see the Star Wars coffee video about the lizard creature thing? I did not. Can you TLDR it for me? I think the child will turn against Mando at some point, albeit briefly. Every Force user has to meddle in the dark side at least once. Maybe Baby Yoda Force chokes. I would love it. I would love it. Did you see the Dude Perfect? No, I have not seen that. First time catching the stream. Don't totally agree on your politics take, but you got me thinking. Appreciate the discussion. Keep up the good work. I appreciate you, Ryan. And the thing is, man. How do I say this? I think there are a lot of people out there that are not interested in getting into it with you. There are a lot. Scotty went. Yo, Adam. He's Vietnamese. Beautiful. Yeah, man. Scotty was the guy. Anyway, that's my ADD ass going off. Look, what I will tell you is there are a lot of people, and some of them are good people. It's not that they're evil. It's not that they're nefarious. It's not like that. They just don't got it, and they're lost. And there are a lot of people out there that are selling you a perspective that is beneficial for the current way that content goes out there, right? So I don't want to get too deep on this, but I would just tell you that, like, it is actually, like, okay, so let's break this down. The thumbnail, the video, everything that we did about today, it's actually a risk. And believe it or not, it is actually something that I don't think a lot of people would do because they don't want to actually go there. They just want to say, like, little fucking things and cheer for their team. Political outrage gets clicks. Exactly. And that's on both sides. That is on both sides. And so there are people that are trying to just get you triggered and get you, but they don't want you to actually think. They don't want to actually engage with these ideas. You know what I mean? And yeah, that's all I'll say about that. Oh, yeah. What's going on with Rahul? I saw that he said in an interview that he was trolling. Opinions on where he stands right now in terms of roles. Sorry if you answered this already. No, you're good, Maddie. I really do believe that he is playing Ezra. I really do believe it. And I'll tell you what I said, too, on Nerd Theory last night. You know, I was joking around, but I was kind of serious. Like, even if all this happens and this dude is not Ezra, I'm not getting... That's an unfollow for me, dog. That's no. Like, that's not cute to me. That's not cute. Okay? So, I think he is trolling it in a different way. I think he is going to be Ezra, and it's all good. But, bro, if he's not, that's an unfollow for me. Mike Porter says, you like these emojis? Join, and you get extra streams. Yeah, and I should talk about this more. It's one of those things I'm not good at, but I got to get better at. So, folks, we don't have a Patreon, okay? Well, we technically still do, but we don't use the Patreon. Like, that's not how we get our support, right? YouTube's weird. Social media is weird. 2020 is weird. It's very risky out there, okay? We rely on super chats like the one we just got from Aaron. Appreciate you, bro. I will get into that in just a second. And memberships. Memberships on this channel literally keep the lights on over here, okay? And we give a lot of value to people that become Nerd Venger members. You become a Nerd Venger member, you get the full span of the tower. You get to walk around the tower any which way you want. You get a discount on merchandise. You get a extra stream every Saturday. You get to be a part of certain things like our watch parties, which we will do on Sunday. Pardon me. For the Mando. And so if you want to support the channel, you want to support the vision, you like what's going on over here, please consider becoming a member today. And thank you for the reminder. Aaron says, you were on your grind yesterday, and I love the budding chemistry with Theory, so take my money. Hey, I appreciate you, brother. Yesterday was a grind, but I'll tell you this. I wouldn't deny that it was a grind, and there was a lot of stuff. Here's the thing that's funny. Is like you guys only see one part of my day. You know what I mean? So it's like if you think I'm like, when the video's over or whatever, I'm just twiddling my fucking thumbs or playing Xbox, you're crazy. I'm getting it in. We're working very hard over here. So I appreciate you. Other side of that, Aaron, this shit ain't hard, bro. You think it was hard to talk to Burke the Nerd about Marvel yesterday? That shit ain't hard. Do you think it was hard to talk to Fatal J about DC and Marvel? Hell nah. And by the way, that stream was incredible. Fatal J is an entertaining motherfucker. Y'all should see that stream. It was good. But that shit ain't hard. And then talking to Theory about Star Wars, right? Shit ain't hard, bro. So like, it's like, I get you, and trust me, I am grinding. But at the end of the day, it is a blessing and a privilege to have the job that I have. You know what I mean? So the day that this guy can't get his juice going to talk about nerdy shit on some podcast because I'm too tired, take me out back. It's over. You know what I mean? So I appreciate the love, my friend, but at the same time, shit ain't hard. Bryce Howard said there's some things this season we don't see coming from a mile away. Filoni and Fabs have been doing everything to prevent leaks. That's very true. And also, no pressers. What? No pressers. No pressers going out? We're all going to watch the Mandalorian at the same time together and shit? That's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy, man. So that's cool. Hey, I agree with that, Sick Days. I agree with that. Was the Pedro drama fake, says Blue Velvet. I do not think the Pedro drama was fake. However, I do believe it was blown way out of proportion. Wait, no pressers? So what did Campia see? Adam, I was thinking the same question. Actually, there's a video that one of our new editors is working on. It's a Star Wars video that I recorded yesterday, and it'll be out today, and it's going to do a big preview of everything I think is coming in Mando Episode 1, and I talk about that. And I even at the end of that video, I'm like, what the fuck did John Campia watch? Like, how did he watch it if there's no pressers going out? You know what I mean? So. You and Jay kicked some ass yesterday. Hey, I appreciate that, Sinner. That's a good dude over there, man. That's a good dude. Look, I'll tell you this, too. When it comes to Jay, and I'm not gonna put him on blast. I'm not gonna put the dirty laundry out there. But this man said some shit to me privately, behind the scenes, that I instantly knew this is a good human being. You know what I mean? Like, and that's the thing. Like, it's really important to me. If I'm gonna help someone out or collab with someone or something like that, I need to know it's a good human being. That's all. I mean, there's other stuff too, but ultimately, I need to know it's a good human being. Jay is a very good, pure human being. So I recommend you go check out that podcast. Josh, do you think this whole child cloning plot will tie into Clone Palpy? Keep up the great work, bro. Yeah. I do. And I would like it. I'd be into it. I'd be pumped. That'd be pretty cool, huh, Chris? Because, like, look, I like the concepts in Episode 9. There's a lot of really cool concepts. It's just the execution is sloppy, really. You know what I mean? So, is what it is. We're going to call it in a little bit here, guys. We're going to call it in a little bit, okay? But, yeah, I'll go over a couple more questions, okay? Josh, are you excited for the Snyder Cut? Fuck yeah. I'm very excited for the Snyder Cut. Like, it's just going to be dope. If no pressers can't be a fool of shit, or Mark, that's why he deleted the tweet. Not actually because of spoilers, but because somebody was like, John, we're not putting out pressers. I can't believe you just admitted you watched The Mandalorian. What the fuck, dude? And that's probably why he deleted the tweet. Or he's a total liar. Revenge of the Sith Anakin versus Thanos depends. Does he have the gauntlet or not? Did he have the gauntlet or not? Palpatine versus Thanos? Again, it depends. Depends. I'll tell you what would be dope, though. To watch the army of Thanos. Because Thanos is a warlord. And he's got, like, armies at his beckon, right? So it would be great to see, like, the full might of the Empire come up against the full might of Thanos and his army. That shit would be dope. Hey, Josh, have you ever played Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes? You know, it's really interesting you ask. I met a man yesterday. I met a man who runs a private Star Wars Galaxy server. Okay, let me just throw this out there. I wasn't even going to bring this up, but I want to throw this out there. Lean in. Everybody's like, oh, the show's ending soon. You're checking out. You're looking at your next YouTube video to watch while you go take a poop. Stop. Stop it. Lean in. Lean in. I want to ask y'all something. Okay? So I was presented with a very interesting opportunity yesterday. And I would potentially take this opportunity on if you all would join me. So I met a man yesterday that runs a private Star Wars Galaxies server. Okay? And there is a process to get accepted into this server, but it is apparently an incredible community, a really, really well-developed game, and it's a like a sort of moderated or modded version of the old game, Star Wars Galaxy. And this guy kind of presented an interesting opportunity. He said within the world of this server, the Republic is losing, and the Empire is very much in control of most of the major planets and systems. And so I thought, wouldn't it be cool if the Nerd Vengers and myself joined this server, created a new Jedi Order, rose to power, and beat back the Empire within that server? Wouldn't that be kind of cool? It's also, I should mention, a completely free game that I don't think would require that good of a PC. And so I ask you, my friends, will you join me? Nice, Callus. Nice. Will you join me and bring balance to the Force? No, it's technically not a Steam game, Adam. Star Wars Galaxies. Star Wars Galaxy. But not a gray order. Hey. Yeah. Yo, can we... yeah, absolutely. Famous. Absolutely. Can one of the mods put a link to the Discord in the chat? Here's what I need from you. You're breaking my heart. Here's what I need from you. If you would like to join me, I'm going to create a new channel on the Discord that is literally Star Wars Galaxy New Jedi Order. And I want you to pop into that channel and let's start the discussion. Let's talk about it. Let's consider it. If one of the mods can put the Discord link in, that would be great. I'm not familiar with Galaxies. What kind of game is it? Y'all want to watch a video on it? Y'all want to watch a video? Holy shit, guys. I just opened up my YouTube page, and there's this fucking thumbnail of Ahsoka in a MAGA hat, and I am fucking furious. Who the fuck would do some bullshit like that? Give me a second here. I'm trying to find it. I don't know, man. Shit. There's a lot of bullshit in here. Ooh, I like that music. Ray's theme. That's pretty nice. All right, we're going to go into the theater for just a second, and we're going to look at this, okay? And then we're going to end the show. Okay. And I know there's super chats we got to get to. I will get to them. Relájate, mi amigos. All right, here we go. Let's check it out. Probably going to get dinged for this. In fact, I'm going to kill the audio. So this is the game. It is an MMORPG. Okay, a massive multiplayer online RPG. Okay, and so you could create a character, custom character. You can be all these different classes. You have equipment. There's ship battles. There's crafting. A lot of the things that you would find in an MMO. Okay. And so, yeah, that's what Star Wars Galaxy is. Now, obviously, it's an older game. Graphically, look at this beautiful face. Graphically, it doesn't quite stack up to, things that we see nowadays. But the functionality of the game is super, super strong. And they did a new, oh, shit, riding on the speeder. That's pretty cool. The community's really tight. And the thing is, it's all built by actual gamers now. So, there's none of that, corporate-y, business-y bullshit in here. It is, legit designed just in terms of balance and in terms of gameplay. You know what I mean? Bunch of people in the cantina here, chilling. Yeah, kind of cool. Anyway, hopefully that Discord link got into the chat, and I will set up a channel for that later today, and y'all can get on there. All right, let me knock out these super chats, and then we're going to call it, okay? Is your opinion of episode 9 still the same? No. So when I initially saw episode 9, I was really into it. I really, really liked it. And to be honest with you, there's still parts of it that I really, really enjoy. But the rose-colored glasses really got taken off. I don't view episode 9 as with as much disdain as I think many others do. But yeah, they really did fuck it up. They really did fuck it up. But to me, I treat it more shucks, shucks, you fucked it up. Can't wait to see what you do next, though. I don't condemn them I don't think it's the worst thing ever, etc., etc. But yeah, that movie, not good. Dorian, again, thank you for the love and the support, my friend. Star Wars versus Stargate SG-1. I'm not really a Stargate person, so I can't really make that comparison, and I apologize. But I will say that Star Wars is a very mythical story, and I believe there's some of that in Stargate, right? I think so. I think there's a spiritual, there's those beings that I think were very powerful and spiritual. But yeah, I can't really make that comparison, to be honest with you. So, apologies, but I do appreciate the support, man. All right, everybody, we're going to call it there. Again, Friday night, 7 p.m. You want to talk to me? You want to come on the stream and have your voice be heard? Put yourself in a Halloween costume. Keep an eye on social media. And come join the community stream Friday night. After dark tomorrow, 9 p.m. Send in, you can email, you can Discord, you can social media. Send in pictures of your Halloween costume. Al and Lavis will be going over that tomorrow. Yeah, tons of good stuff coming to the channel. If you're not following us on social media, you really should be. Keeps you in the loop on everything, okay? Thank you all so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you hanging out today. As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video. Wait, hang on. Hang on 1 second here. Hang on. One second here. I'm not done. I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. Test. Okay, cool. I hope you're having an awesome and nerdy day. And I'll see you in the next
Video.